Welcome to another edition of DMV Sports Show. I'm your host. Welcome to another edition of DMV Sports Show. I'm your host, Rasul McGee. As I always say on the weekend, it's Saturday. It's Saturday to hear the sports that you want to hear on your weekend. As we always do on the show, we got a lineup of sports you wouldn't believe. We're going to talk about the Washington Commanders slim win against the New Orleans Saints. I was right. I don't want to, shoot my horn, but it was brutal. But we're going to get into a little bit more about that. We're going to talk about the Washington Wizards. They finally got a win against the Charlotte Hornets. It was good. It was a good back and forth. But, the rookies prevailed. And I didn't like what Bilal was doing until the end. It's still not sold on Bilal, but you know what? We're going to get into that as well. We're going to talk about the Baltimore Orioles. The Baltimore Orioles scored victory with their selection in the pitcher from Tokyo, Japan, of all places. We're also going to talk more about the Washington Capitals winning streak and their win over the Carolina Hurricanes. And the Hurricanes are now 1-done. 3-1 is the score, but we're going to get into more of that too. And yes, we're going to have more questions for you. And Maryland Terrapins just keep on rolling. And they just got a score against Syracuse. And we're going to talk more about that as well. So the call-in number is 512-543-4662. Make sure you say your name for the record and who you represent so we can help you with your team. So let's start the show. Now, I like to start the show with, the greatest thing I like to say is that when I talk about other teams, and who we going against and going to the stats and going over to, a little bit of what we do as a football team and what we have, what we do as a repetition thing, it becomes true. In this game against the Saints, we were supposed to have blown this team out. It should have been 20-7 the way we started, because we started off really good, like we actually mean to beat them. But it was not for Chase Young and I think it's Edge, I forgot his name is. And they started to get, in the second half, more of a rhythm, more of what we were doing, and start plugging the hole. Here's where my problem with Joe Witt Jr.'s defense. He doesn't stop the run. He plays more of a zone /4-3. This is not good because you don't utilize your all covered packages. What you do is you just try to not get beat. Luckily for the Saints, they don't have heavy hitters. The only heavy hitters they have was Kamara. And what they try to do is use Bobby Wagner as the plug-in running back gap control person. And him alone, you're going to need a lot of people to tackle, Alvin Kamara. Luckily, Alvin Kamara was injured on the last I think it was third or fourth quarter, and he had a bad ankle sprain or a knee something. Then they had the backup. The backup was killing us more than Alvin Kamara, which is more of a problem of coaching. This is where I had more concern about the defense more than anything. I said, and I quote, the defense is going to be a problem. We should blow this team out and let them come behind. It would still be 19. We would have had 35. But it still was a problem. So, what happened? I'm going to tell you what happened. Injuries, lack of playing, lack of preparation. We knew what we were going to do. We knew what we had to do. And we came out flat yet again. Now, is that a problem of the offense? Is that the problem of the players? Or is it just a scheme of its own self? It's not the players, because the players executed what they could. It's the coaching that's supposed to give the players a better opportunity to execute on the field. There were so many missed calls on the offense. There was a drop pass. There was a overthrow. There was a wrong running in the wrong gap. They could have ran the edges. What they did well was spread the defense out and let the defense scramble to get Scary Terry. The problem I had was the one play in the end zone where they threw it to Scary Terry. He scrambled, Daniel scrambled, and he threw it in the end zone to Scary Terry, and Scary Terry injured Brian Robertson in the process. That is the problem of the coach, because you do not run your wide receivers and your running backs together. You either have them in a flat, or you have them running through the offense and then have them in a bracket so he can get the first down. That's a problem, because if we're playing power teams, the power teams will see that as a goal, and they'll have a pick six. I want to say this. Hats off to Eric, as he called the interception by Mike Strill. He did in fact say he's going to get his first interception in this game. Hats off to Eric for saying that. Got to give you credit when credit is due. But the problem we have more than anything is we have a really horrible defense. They can stop once in a while. But the great thing about our defense is that Louvu has 8.5 sacks, and Dante Fowler has 8 sacks. No, excuse me, I flipped it. Louvu has 8.0 sacks, and Dante Fowler has 8.5, which is a total of 16.5 sacks combined. That's great, but they were non-existent in the Saints game. That's a problem, because when you have those many sacks and you're not getting pressure, you're actually exposing the defense. It's like, if you hold them up, you can win. 19 points. Go ahead.
I was wondering why Louvu and Wagner were on the side when I thought they should have been out there.
That was the coaching problem I had with the coaching staff, because they feared that they needed to be well rested for this game against the Eagles. And they put their main people out there, their front four out there, and they played not just a solid defense, they played okay defense, which is another problem. Because now what you're doing is you're exposing your second rotation and getting them time to get injured while you're searching for the players to plug them. Your reserves are there for a reason, to carry on in case your first reserves go bad. Now, here's the thing. Fedarius Mathis and Donnie Newton actually did well. They actually did well in the case of Jonathan Allen being on IR. Now, Jonathan Allen tried to come back, knowing that he couldn't come back because he was still injured. This is what I'm talking about. Yes, you want to help out your teammate, but you're actually hurting the teammate by coming back. Because you could be out for the year trying to help the team out, and you're not helping the team out. So now what you're doing is you causing conflict. Now you're going against – Now, before I start who we're going against, let me also say that the refs should be fined for every missed call or miss.
Exactly.
I literally hate. I literally hate how they sit there and go, we want to apologize for missing this call. Okay, so you missed a call. Guess what? You're suspended for 5 games, sir.
More than that.
Well, they're going to have to do something, because this is a problem. How are you going to miss a really good call and not let the time run out. They had no timeouts. You had no business stopping the clock. They if they threw the ball and he kept moving his feet to the 2 and he fell to the ground, that clock should have reached 001 or 00. They didn't have not 1 ounce of seconds left. And they don't treat the seconds like seconds. They treat seconds like minutes. And that sucks because it puts us in a very, very disadvantaged move because we could have lost this game. And what would they say? Oh, we missed a call. Okay, you missed a call. And guess what? We got the L. Saints were sorry as I don't know what. They were dumb and they were misled by the fairy quarterback named Huber. I called him Willy Wonka because he looked like Willy Wonka. But
window without the chocolate factory.
Yeah, he sure did. He looked like he had his whole profile screen Willy Wonka. All you needed was Oompa Loompas on both sides, and then a piece of
freaking coach.
Well, the thing I was really upset about was Rattler coming in, right? Rattler came in and he was moving down the ball down the field. There were several missed calls on hold on the Saints. They were holding Fedarius Mathis and Johnny Newton by the throat, and they did not pick it up. If I implore everybody to go watch that game. If they have a segment, I think it was fourth quarter around the 45 of the Saints. He had threw it. I think he gave it to Alvin Kamara. And as you see, as they move to the side, they had Fedarius Mathis on the right, of the right tackle, and they had him around the throat. Then they had Deron Payne around by the shoulders, and his hand was moving up. So that was a whole big time. I don't understand why they didn't call that. That gap
where they called one where the defensive player blocked. He didn't really block it. He had his hands on Terry McLaurin.
Well, they're not going to call that. They would say that is let them play through, but that is a definition of a hold.
When we do it, they call it.
Exactly. That's my problem. That's my problem with the officiating is always biased because for some awful reason they don't see what we see, and we go by the definition of what the definition of the playbook is, and then that's where the problem comes in. Like there was a big scoring problem, and I'm gonna tell you why. Alvin Kamara should have never got that touchdown. He had 1 foot in the end zone. That should have never been a touchdown.
Yeah.
So that's a big problem. And there's so many calls on in that game that they keep saying, "Oh, we're going to send that to headquarters." No, you should not send that to the headquarters. You know what headquarters should do? Bring their tails to Ashburn and have a seat and play that game in front of the head coaches, and they should tell the head coaches, "Oh, we're going to suspend this guy, this guy, and this guy, and this guy, and her. We're going to suspend all of them." And then what they need to do is sit down with those who were suspended and say, "This is what y'all did. Look at the tape. What were you thinking about this? What were you thinking about that? How you come to the conclusion of that? Why did you stand up and threw your arms out and it was 009 left on the clock? And then you give the ball to the Saints and they had no timeouts. Explain that to me." And then you find them for X amount of games or for the week or whatever the case may be. And then you move forward. Then you send a message to the refs that, hey, you're going to get suspended just like these players. If we find out that you're either high or you're drunk, we're going to suspend you. Coming onto the field, if you're shaving points, we're going to suspend you, or you're going to be expelled from the NFL. Those are the things
you could tell who they were favoring.
Exactly, Lou, and Coach. I don't understand how you can just sit there and just give a flat out disregard belief. Oh yeah, it was on me. I gave you an explanation. Yes, I failed. Oh well. Let's go to the next game. No, you're not a coach. You just don't come out and say stupid stuff like that. I believe isn't one of the I think one of the Eagles former player is a players association, right? I think he's affiliated with the Players Association. I think he was a former Eagle. I think he was a former Eagle. He used to be a Redskin too. But what he needs to do is go to the league and investigate the person who's in the refereeing association and sit down and have this discussion, because it's far too long. This should have been done years ago. This has to stop. Moving forward, this game against the Eagles is very important. This is what I've been fearing the most when we went against them in Eagletown, and I thought we had our situations resolved. Now it's even more problematic because we don't have the players to battle them like we should battle them, because all the kickers are on IR. We have a best player out in Eckler, concussion protocol. He's going to return week 18. We're actually, Daron Payne, not Daron Payne. Who is it? Jonathan Allen is going to return week 18. We have the kicker. He's going to return week 18. Gonzalez is going to return week 17. Who else? Who else are we missing? We're missing a whole bunch of people. I know I'm forgetting one more person that we needed. Yeah.
Going to be in there.
Ertz is going to be out. He's not going to make it.
He's going to be out.
Yeah. So now we got to put either John Bates or who's the other tight end we got?
Smoke.
Smoke. Yeah, Smoke. Yes, Smollett.
Number 82.
Sanat. This is his name, Sanat. Yeah, we got Sanat, the rookie. So he's probably going to get some more touches too. And then Brian Robertson, and then that means we're going to put in some other rookie. I think it's what's his name? I forgot I keep forgetting the rookie's name that we got from Grambling, the running back. McNichols. God dog it. So, and then we got Jamison Crowder, who's actually good in kickoff returns. So we got to have better plugins, because now we got Marshawn Lattimore, which is a good.
Give me a second.
Yeah. So Marshawn Lattimore is.
The best part, he's going to be checking Brown. Last week they did not pass one player against him, and then when they passed to the wide receiver against St. Jude, what did the coaches did? They took St. Jude out, and they didn't play him the rest of the game. I think that was smart.
Well, here's the thing about playing St. Jude. It's not about that, because they knew. See, the good thing about this is matchups. When matchups comes, you know who you're going to get, who you're not going to get. They knew our strength is 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 12, and 3rd and 23. That's our strengths. But in the Eagles sense, they knew they can use whatever they want, because we're not really good in some certain areas. So they use that to an advantage. Who did they use more in the first game against in Philadelphia's stadium? They used Saquon Barkley, because they knew that we're not good against the run. So they used that tactic. So they knew that Jalen Hurts can throw to Brown all the day. And then who's their rookie from Alabama? That guy. They used that wide receiver, and they kept doing it to them two all night, because they knew that we could not stop them because we were in zone so many times. I kept yelling at the TV, do not go to zone again. Let them see you. Go for 3-3-4. Sure enough, the next play, zone. Then they went nickel. As soon as they went nickel, they ran the football, and that's what happened with that long run and that spin. So Joe Witt does not have the capability of optioning, doing that little stupid zone. I'm sick of zone. Zone does not do anything but throw you in a big space and then look at the football as it goes to the player and go, oh, we stopped you. No. And like I said.
Now, that may be true. That may be true, but does he have the personnel to play more man?
Well, see, that's the problem.
He may not have a whole bunch of other options at this
True.
time. Now, next year after that, we get a couple more players to go with Lattimore. But right now, we got a couple rookies coming up. Who's the other guy? Chin and my boy Sandwich who I still think is going to take one to the house before it's over.
No, Chin is going to play. Chin is not injured.
Yeah, but at the time and what's available, he just doesn't have the talent or the confidence in the talent.
Well, see, that's the problem. That's the problem. See, that's my point. You're 9-5. You're in the
What's he going to do?
Well,
is it on him or is it we just gotta wait till we
no
a time and we can get the general manager opportunity to get us some more talent?
This is a great question. I'm going to give you my answer. You're probably not going to like it, but I'm just going to give you the straight up answer, and I'm not going to BS you. Here's what I'm going to say to you. Do you remember Jim Haslett and what he did with his defense? And he had Rob Jackson. Okay, so that game against the Cowboys, the last game of the season, he understood that.
No Redskins fan will forget Rob Jackson.
Exactly. So do you understand that game was so monumental? See, in the game before that, right? The game before that, they had recently caught fire. And the game before that game, they were on that downturn. It was Jim Haslett who told his players, it's on me. I'm sorry, I didn't use you to the fullest of your ability. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to the drawing board and see what y'all do well, and I'm going to magnify by 2. And the reason why he chose 2 is because if you chose 10, that would have been totally different because you don't have that personnel to reach 10. So you magnify by 2. And what you do is you don't use zone. You use press, which means you go up to your wide receiver and you press the wide receiver 5 yards, and then you look for the football. That's what he did. That's exactly what Rob Jackson did. He knew that if you press, that means that side, the flat, is open. And when they threw it to the running back, Rob Jackson knew what he had to do. He was there. That's what they have to do here. They have to do the same thing here because Eagles, they know exactly what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. We play loose, and they love it when we play loose because then they can just dunk it. They can throw it. They can throw in the middle of the field every single time. His name is Deontay Smith. That's his name. Deontay Smith can actually do a counter route and run out of bounds. And then you ask, why is he doing that? Because we play off the ball. We need to play on the ball, not man-to-man. Man-to-man is one-on-one with no help. It's help with the safety, the free safety, but that's 20 yards down the field. We need something that's 10, 11, or 12, or 13, where the first down marker is. Smack that ball down and tell them, hey, no, we're not going to let you get this first down. Go back to the drawing board, go back to your clipboard and figure out what we're doing. But we're not going to let you get this first down on the first try, second try, or third try. And that's what we did with 3 quarters. It was not until the 4th quarter they understood what we were doing and we were playing off. That's where I blame Joe Witt, because you kept telling me that Luvu and Deontay can sack the quarterback with ease. and then you stop putting them in the play, and then you go, okay, fine, we're good. We could put them on the sideline, and we can just play off a little bit because we're in the lead. You're forgetting who you're playing. You're playing the Eagles. You're not playing a softball team.
Excellent point. I mean, that's why I've been thinking half the week. It's like the key to our defense is our offense. Get a lead, make the other side one-dimensional, and then we got a chance.
Exactly my point, and that's what we didn't do, and that's what we didn't do with the Saints. I thought we were going to blow the Saints out, and they would come back and score 19. No, we kept it even with them.
We had a couple misses to Terry that kind of broke our hearts. I mean, it's like, God, throw it again. We get it this time.
That's what I'm saying.
He was overpassed.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Well, one of them hit him in the hand.
You don't overpass with Terry.
But see, I
was ready to go through the TV.
Here's my problem.
That's very, very unusual.
We have the
we're dealing with a rookie QB. And not only a rookie QB, one that was going home.
No.
He was going home. And one of the problems I saw in the game, right, he was trying to play too much hero ball. He would not get rid of the ball. He was holding it too long. He was scrambling around back there. That's why there was 8 sacks and stuff like that. I get it. He's from LSU. He wants to go back and have a good showing.
Right.
He didn't want to mess up his interception rate kind of a thing, because he's got ROI on lock.
Right.
If you win it 9 weeks out of 17, there's no justification to give it to anybody else.
Well,
period.com.
I'm gonna add on to that.
So he was
down there showing out, trying to play hero ball. And look, sometimes you just got to chuck it away and go for the next play. But he held on to the ball so long all game.
Well, I'm gonna add on to that. It was not only Daniels holding the football.
Was towards the last part of the game. It was 3, maybe more overpasses. I was like, what is wrong with you? Somebody needs to shake him.
Well,
if I was the coach, I would have said, get your buns over here now.
He has a bad
well,
game.
You can't have games like that. I wasn't I was disappointed, but I wasn't too upset, wasn't mad at him. It's like, okay, this just was that game. Well, but it did happen.
I'm gonna add on to that. I was
and
mad.
The stupid coach on the Saints, every time he talks to the referee, oh Lord.
Well, yeah. I'm gonna add 2 more things onto what Eric and everybody else saying. There was one play on what Cliff did in that third quarter that I was so angry about, and it was that 3rd and 4 or 35, one of the two, and he decided to throw short passes, and all you needed was 5 yards. And they stopped them short of that first down. And I was like, why would you do that? You had Brian Robertson in a really good edge against, because everybody was on the left side because they knew that, Daniels was going to bootleg and run. And what happened? He decided to bootleg, right, and run, and he didn't get the first down. You had green grass on the right side. Green grass. You could have ran Robinson onto the sideline to get the first down, and we would have still had possession of the football. Then you had another play where you could have got a touchdown. I swear to God, I don't even know what's going on with Cliff in this game, but you had Scary Terry wide open, 1-on-1, and he already beat his man, and you throw it to Ertz, and I think Ertz missed it, or he had it, or he fell short at first. I'm not sure, but no. Okay. There was 2 games. I think it was in the red zone. I apologize. That was the one where he caught the football and he ran. He made a one-handed catch, but Scary Terry was already in zone. He was already in the end zone, and he threw it to Ertz. I don't care if it was designed. Scary Terry was already in the end zone by himself. I was like, yo, what is going on with this team?
Man.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
that's when.
But anyway.
Now, I know that each quarterback has a favorite side. And you know what? These defenses know.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, they need to, like I said, the thing of surprise, do the opposite.
I literally called exactly what I saw, and I knew Chase was going to get his first sack on Daniels. I also knew that if they started playing well because of the 2 additions to their defense that we gave them, they would be playing a lot better. And they shut us down in the 4th quarter. I was
just. And you talking about Ridgeway?
Yeah, Ridgeway. That's his name.
The other one.
Ridgeway. Yes, Ridgeway and Chase were playing like they were on a mission to stop us, and they did well. I'm not gonna lie. They actually broke down our offensive pressure to get to Daniels, and they did very well. My problem is that we didn't answer them back. You understand? We didn't answer them back. We had like 3 or 4 sacks on the rookie. And what they did was they solidified their offensive line so we wouldn't get another sack on Rattler. And I'm like, are you kidding me? We have the 2 best motors in the NFL and we couldn't get to them? They're 4 and 9.
That's
4 and
what
8.
made me wonder. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Now we're going against the first NFC East place Eagles at home. And we got a good record at home. If we don't take it to them, we can kiss the NFC East goodbye. Now, to credit what Big
But we are playing the Eagles at home.
Yes.
It's going to be a tough one, though. It's a determine the division right here.
Right, and that's what Dan Quinn said in the presser about, I think, last week. He said, "Listen, we're not playing somebody from the Giants. We're not playing Dallas yet. Again, the Giants." That was good one.
I ain't worried about freaking Dallas. Thank you. Sorry.
But we're playing a really good team that does the tush push. And we're telling a team that actually that plays more of a deep ball than we do. They have a really awesome running game because all Saquon needs is 139 yards to beat and break.
You let him go? Oh, man.
That's what I'm saying. So we have to be on our A game. If we're not on our A game, we can kiss this goodbye. And that's what Dan said. And then you go to John Witt.
It's really weird, because over the last, I guess, 10 dozen years, we usually flip.
Yes.
We usually beat them at their place.
Exactly.
And they win at our place. Now all of a sudden, maybe we got a new
coach
situation with DQ.
Yep.
I'd like to get the Eagles because I got too many fans that hate the Eagles. Be my friends. They hate the Eagles more than they hate Dallas. It's scary sometimes. But it gets on my nerves. I wish they shut up. I care about Dallas. I want to go ahead and beat them. But this game actually doesn't really mean anything. I mean, the Eagles got the East locked up. If we lose, we still have the 7th spot. We can't lose 2 more.
No.
But you know what I'm saying? This game really doesn't have any impact.
See, this is.
It'd just be nice to beat their ass.
See, let's keep it PG.
I agree.
So here's what I'm going to say. The reason why we cannot lose, because if you lose going into the playoffs, you lose because the momentum is gone, right? Here's the problem where we're losing one game because now the next game we play is against the Falcons, and you forget about Michael Penix coming to here, and it's a Sunday night game, and it's gonna be like Holyfield and Tyson all over again.
Can't take that loss.
We can't take that loss. We need to win because the momentum is too great. To lose.
That one means something.
You see what I'm saying?
Penix, we'll see. He'll have a game under his belt, but he's still a rookie. He hasn't played. Our rookie is like he's not a rookie anymore, and he's beating people mostly.
But you forget.
So,
Eric, bro, you forget about what's his name? Bourne Anderson, the running back. He is lethal. This guy, and then you forgot about London. What's his name? London? What I forgot his last name. Drake London.
the
Drake.
from Atlanta.
Yeah, Drake London.
But here's the thing. This is
Well, we got him up here, so get the crowd in.
yeah, this is last game in Atlanta. He's
Yeah.
letting him go.
Yep, that's right. They're gonna let him go. And my thing is that we used to be juggernauts at home. And this is why I feel like we have to take these two
We
games.
used to lose at home.
No,
Now we're
I know.
winning at home.
I know. I say used to be because we used to have a winning record at home. Not I'm talking about a few years ago we had a losing record. I'm talking about before the losing started. We were juggernauts. I'm talking about you come to our field, nobody wanted to play us at home. It was always on the road. You ask, is the Redskins are they at home or are they on the road? On the road, we'll beat them. Yeah, we'll beat them. No worries. Are they playing at home? Boy, man, we can't beat them at home because they have an undefeated record. And that's my point. We got to have that feeling.
We got Heineke. Until we did get Heineke.
Oh man.
And with Rivera, before
Right.
Heineke.
When we had Heineke,
First Eagles game we lost, of course.
Yeah.
But the next one,
Oh
when
man.
Heineke was in there,
Oh man.
we won.
We
I've
looked.
never seen anybody so happy.
I'm
Like,
I'm-
whoa.
I remember there was this, what was it? I think it was, I forgot his name. Gosh, I forgot his name. It was a little short guy, Cobb. Was talking so much trash when we played at home. He was telling because D'Angelo Hall said this, and I was like, really? Cobb, short guy? He's talking trash? Yeah, Cobb. He was like,
Well,
yo.
y'all know I'm the biggest Heineke fan around. I got a whole fan page for him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yo.
Lord, I miss him though. He was tough, and Rivera should be shot for how he mismanaged that situation and didn't coach
The
right.
whole
And
offense.
Win us another half a dozen games.
The one thing I liked that Ron Rivera did, he brought Scott Turner, and the offense was lit up with, Samuels. I could not thank Scott Turner for using the wide receivers and running back because it produced a 6.4 rushing per yard that we have never seen in the face of the Commanders' years on the field. But the other thing I hated that Scott Turner did, that he did not press down the field to the sidelines when you were 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4, you do not pass on 3rd and 4. You run to the edges to get a first down. And that's what we're doing now. We're actually passing on 3rd and 4, running instead of running to the edges, which is driving me crazy because you know what they're going to do. They're going to put 7 in the box, and then you're going to still run. Stop doing that. If you put 7 in the box, Scary Terry's going to be right there in the comeback route. Throw it to the sidelines.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
He could beat a linebacker. I'm sorry. I had to regress. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to regress right there. I'm sorry. But let's go ahead. We had a really good conversation. I'm gonna get to the panel. I think we got Weiser, we got Coach, we got Lou, we got Eric, and we got Big Steve here. We were just talking about it. I have a question. And this question is going to be 100% accurate. This first game against the Eagles, did the Eagles read our defense the whole entire time? What gave them away that they can run up the middle with Saquon? Let's start with Alex and end with Big Steve. How you doing, Alex?
Hey, what's up, guys? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, man. I can hear you clearly, bro.
Yeah, I think the offensive line is still probably the best in the game, and
we're watching Baltimore, Pittsburgh right now. The Eagles just really their offensive line, the running game controlled both games, and defensively they're number one against the rush, top 5 against the pass. So
that's it.
This is the most physical Eagles team that there's been in several years, defensively especially. I think it's going to be low scoring tomorrow. The Eagles just went into Baltimore, and Baltimore scored late, but they had them by 14 for some of the game. I got the Eagles by 3 tomorrow.
Okay, Coach.
More complete team right now. I think the rookie is a year away to really, upending the Eagles potentially. I got the Eagles tomorrow in a close one.
Coach, what do you think?
It depends, Razzle, if they're working on this fourth quarter and everything that you said. I'm like, they got to be up.
Yes.
Especially on this fourth quarter.
Yes.
And, they got to get – it can't be zone all the time.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm serious. That hurts us for some reason. I'm getting ready.
See, now you where I'm at. You're on the same level. Like, yo, just don't do zone.
Yeah, I am. I'm like, good grief. So I'm like, they need to work on that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what you got for me, Lou?
Yeah, I gotta agree with that. And they can't rely on just that. And they had to step up before they get to the fourth quarter. They're gonna have a chance to win. This game is gonna mean a lot. You're the top 2 teams in the division, and you need to get everything you can, because this, I think, can either make you or break you as far as the season goes.
Absolutely.
And when it comes to
if they do lose, I hate to say it, coach, it's up.
third or fourth down.
Yeah.
Third or fourth down.
I just thought about something you just said, but I gotta go to Eric because I want to get everybody a fair shake of their conversation.
Go ahead.
But no. But we are the best fourth down team. We are like 11-1. If we're fourth down, we're just chomping away like, yo, 4th and 1, this is easy. 4th and 2, no problem. Why are we kicking it away?
It should be tomorrow.
That's the Eagles.
Because we're at home and we'll have the
It hurts.
behind us.
The Eagles.
They got to read that defense a lot better. That's it.
It just
Instead of them reading us.
One at a time.
Yeah.
But
I'm sorry.
No. It's okay. I know everybody wants to talk because this is a great conversation to have. Hey, listen, I have no problem whatsoever. It's just we have so much to add on to the question at hand. It's beautiful. But let me do this. Let me get to Eric and Big Steve, and then we can comment because we still got like a lot of time left. All right, Eric, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, that's what makes this a great show is everybody in together. We got a lot of good commentary. What was the specific question you asked again? Because I want to make sure I hit it.
All right. So my question was that on the first game against the Eagles, was it a Thursday night or Monday night? A Monday night.
I think it was Thursday because we had a short week.
Okay, Thursday night.
We had a short week.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Thursday night.
Yeah.
In that third quarter, how did the Eagles read our defense, or did we give it away? Because I'm pretty sure it was one of the two.
Read us.
I would say it's probably a little bit of both. Like I said, we had a short week, and Kingsbury himself. I can't speak specifically accurately about the defense, but Kingsbury himself said he put in too much for the short week that they didn't have time to practice it all.
Oh my gosh.
And so I would say it's probably a little bit of both.
Kingsbury, bro.
This game coming up, it seems, reasonably simple, play from ahead, stop Barkley, put Lattimore on the injured Brown, and see if Hurts can actually beat us on his own. And I don't think he can personally. To me, he's not the quarterback that he's being celebrated as being.
Right.
He just isn't. They're gonna need some help from the fans, and home field advantage.
True.
But any given Sunday, I think that was one of the games that we always lose. I mean, I wouldn't say always lose, but you get the point. The way we lose is we keep it close for 3 quarters,
right?
3 quarters, and then we fall apart late.
Right.
So knowing that,
yep.
You know, we can hang with these guys. We know we can hang with these guys. All we got to do is finish.
Finish, exactly. And to no, let me go ahead and Big Steve, because I want to make sure I get Big Steve, because you know he's been holding in all this commentary himself. He was like, "Yo, I got something to say. I got something to say. So let me hear it. Let me say it."
Props to him.
Yo.
It's gonna be very, very easy. Like I said, Lattimore is gonna be a difference maker, because Brown used to be a bully. He took Emmanuel for bad. He took St. Jude's for bad. He's not gonna take Lattimore for bad. When we got Lattimore for him, then you can bring up our speed rusher and stuff, and our linebackers can come up. So St. Paul Buckley won't be busting them 30 and 40-yard runs.
Yeah, they're going to
you can
play
bring them in.
home.
You bring them linebackers in, and you can cover them. And Hurst won't be, and you can put a spy on Hurst, so you won't be, he won't be busting them holes either. So, you know, Brown is a guy, and Lattimore knows Brown from the Saints, and he did. Who's the only one that can cover Brown? Lattimore. Lattimore is a 4-time Pro Bowler.
True.
So he knows, Brown knows him back and forth. So I'm going to say we're going to win. I think we're going to win, because usually Philadelphia get tired in the fourth quarter, and we get stronger in the later quarter. So I think we're going to win. Even if we lose, all we got to do is win one game, and we're in the playoffs.
Well, see, here's the thing. I hear you loud and clear, and you're right. But here's where you're not reading the schedule. We had to play the Eagles. We have to deal with Michael Penix, and we have to revisit Dallas, and Cooper Rush. Yeah. Now, see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm with you. If we win tonight, we can lose either one of those games, and we're still good in 7th place. But like I said before, we have 3 heavy hitters that we have to take out, and we should do it. We should do it on Sunday. But if we don't do it Sunday, and then we wait for Falcons, and I'm telling you, Michael,
and then we'll do it at home. We do it at home Sunday, next Sunday night.
But you have to understand, bro. No, okay, okay. I hear you. I hear the positivity. I'm not downing your positivity. What I'm suggesting is Michael Penix, bro. Michael Penix, the dude who went to the college playoff championship. The man who threw 60 yards.
Like we did like the Washington College thing. Blitz him and stuff. Remember, he don't have a good offensive line. He got some receivers, but and remember, Atlanta don't have a defense. And what you can probably be licking pork chops and applesauce on that.
Hey, listen. What are you talking about? Atlanta has a defense.
They don't have a defense.
Atlanta
don't have much of a defense.
No, Atlanta has a defense, bro.
They have a defense, man.
I don't have much.
And let me tell you something. Since my brother's down there,
Listen. Okay. So here's what I'm saying. If you go to the tape of the, I'm just gonna say this, and I'm gonna turn it to Alex. Alex wanted to say something, and then Coach wanted to say something before. Atlanta has a defense. Okay, Eric too. My bad. Eric.
Right.
Atlanta has a defense. It just hasn't been good enough. But if you put Penix in, and then you put the rookie on defense that they got,
he's gonna fire him up.
They're gonna sign a way. They're gonna find a way to beat us, just like Saints almost beat us. So let me go to Alex, and then Coach, and then Eric. Go, Alex. What do you have to say before?
If they had the defense right, Kirk would still have a job.
Well,
I like kind of upside.
Fair point.
Oh,
He's just getting
man,
his feet.
you know,
He's dipping in the
no.
hole now. Penix
I've
just
been
started his
watching
career,
him.
so I pumped the brakes a little, like to expect him to, throw 3 TDs and light up a good Commanders D. Commanders got to go in there and handle that game with a win if Daniels is on his game.
that's what I'm saying.
But yeah, I mean, Penix long term, yeah, but I mean, he's just started his career, so I mean, they should like blitz him, rattle him. I wouldn't be, and the Falcons, like you said, they should be better defensively. They're just not that great right now, so I think that the Commanders can go in there and win by 10 if they're on their A game.
That's a good thing.
That was what I wanted to say.
And to credit for Big Steve, if Kirk Cousins is in the game the next game and he's playing, then yes, we can beat the crap out of the Falcons, and I'll be like there being, the positive person I am. But if he's out of the lineup, then there's a problem. The possibilities.
Better hope that he's going to be out.
That's what I'm
Sometimes
hoping.
they say that.
I'm hoping they don't trade him until after we beat them. That's all I'm saying. All right, Coach, go ahead.
Okay, I don't know if they've been studying, and I'm talking about our defense and our offense. They all need to be studying these films and figuring out the fourth quarter,
Yeah.
Good Lord, and reading their defense.
Absolutely.
They need to do this. And I can't understand why they're coming back on us in the fourth quarter.
Well,
It is.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue. Sorry.
Go ahead.
No. I told you. Go. Okay. Eric, go ahead, Eric.
Steve mentioned a name that I think is really important. That's Luvu. Now, when I realized that I had heard Luvu's name, for most of the last game, I'm like, what's going on?
Exactly.
That dude is a difference maker.
Yes.
Now,
thank
Yes,
you.
he is.
we could keep Luvu close to the line of scrimmage this game, and I think we should. 1, to stop Barkley, and 2, to put the fear of God into Hurts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's got the speed. He's got the mentality. He's got the talent. Keep him close to the line of scrimmage. That would be his job, and I want to hear his name a lot more than I did the last one.
But
that's coaching. It's like, where did they put him the last time that he just disappeared?
They put him on the
I
sideline.
was thinking this week, Witt's got to show something.
See,
I don't think he's gone, immediately because the whole crew just got there.
right.
But I need to see more out of Witt a little bit.
Absolutely.
I know he's kind of like the cupboard's dry with talent and everything, but that really stood out to me. It's like, where is Luvu?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Not only
I want to
him.
hear Luvu's name on every other defensive play tomorrow.
And he does read big time.
And
He knows.
here's another thing that most might boggle the mind. Where's Armstrong? Armstrong was on the field for almost 3-4 minutes and then got off. Why didn't he just stay on there? And then not only that, where's Dante Fowler? Dante Fowler has 8.5 sacks. So you're putting 2 of your best players, best pass rushers on the bench for what? Rotation? No, you're in the fight of your life. You're trying to fight in the trenches because what's. Come on.
Well, a lot of teams do that, and it drives me crazy. Guy makes a play, they immediately take him out and put him on the bench. And I'm like, why?
Yes.
Why?
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
Why?
That's the reason I put that recording posted.
Yeah, I saw that.
Luvu and Wagner.
Yes.
And I'm like, why aren't they out there?
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yes,
If I
absolutely.
was saying a lot worse.
So okay.
So,
All right. So we got 6 minutes. I gotta get to the rest of the football, rest of the sports news, and we come back to football because we got a 7-3 ratio that's waiting to happen. All right. So the basketball game, Washington Wizards finally got their W against the Charlotte Hornets, 114, 123. The rookies went off the charts. I think Alexander Shar, I think he had like 12 points, and then you I think Bilal had that dunk. I didn't like what he did in the second quarter. He had no points, but he was like trying to defend, and then he got burnt. I'm like, put him on the bench, let him get some rest. He's not doing anything. And then you have Bub Carrington and Keyshawn George actually contributing more, and then the rookie Better Don from I think it was from the Kings. I'm not sure. I think it's anyway. He helped out, and they won with grace. I think it was like 7, 8, 9 points. 9 points difference. Moving forward, I was shocked to learn that the Rockets shut down the Golden State Warriors. I'm like, what?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a typo too.
I said how, and then they had they blew them out by 51 points. Insane.
That film's going to be studied and studied and studied.
Oh my gosh! I literally said these no names actually beat names that are legends in the NBA. Hats off to that team. My God, I need to analyze that coach because we need to learn how he did it. All right, moving on to the Washington Capitals.
Is Curry still hurt?
I think so. I don't think he's hurt badly, but he is still hurt.
He's not 100. Okay.
Yeah. Well, we got to hurry up. We got 4 minutes. We're gonna say the Capitals. The Capitals are still on a tear, beating the Carolina Hurricanes by the score of 3-1, 22-8-2. This team is looking like they want to eat the playoffs and the Stanley Cup before breakfast.
Yeah.
Oh my
What's he gonna
God.
That's a good.
You know, Lou, you know it right. No, move it on.
I only got 2 words. Feed Ovi.
Yes, feed Ovi. Hats off to the Baltimore Orioles. The Baltimore Orioles finally got their ERA pitcher 1.62. The pitchers from the Tokyo, Japan, of all places. Now, I know he hasn't been in the MLB for long, but he's still bringing that ERA to America, and I think he's going to excel just like Tanaka did for the New York Yankees. Moving on, we got one more.
No. While we're on baseball, we got to do this real quick. Rest in peace, Ricky Henderson.
That absolutely. So, you're absolutely right, Eric.
Yeah.
Ricky Henderson.
Ricky.
That dude was
Hats
fun
off.
to watch.
He was insane.
You knew that was second base guaranteed.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
You are so
I mean,
right.
he stole bases, but you got to get the first to get the second. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
People forget that part.
Absolutely. I
And
almost
God,
did.
it was fun to watch when I was growing up. Rest in peace, Ricky.
Rest in peace. R.I.P.
Rest in peace.
So right.
Yeah.
We actually got to go. We got one more, and then we got to talk about 7-3 ratio. We'll probably be on for the next 1 minute. But hats off to the Maryland Terrapins being Syracuse, 84-53. Now they're 10-2. They're a powerhouse now in the top Big Ten. And we're going back to the Commanders going against the Eagles. We got to do the 7-3 ratio. We're going to start with Alex and end with Big Steve. I know the rotation, but we got to go. All right. Alex, what do you think? 7-3 ratio. Who's going to win?
I got Eagles by 3.
Eagles by 3. Okay, Coach.
I want a Christmas present, and I want it from Washington. 3 points with Washington Commanders.
Hey, that Christmas present is going to be good. All right. Lou.
Commanders by 3.
Commanders by 3 from Lou. Oh, man, that's going to be good.
Good night.
Yo, Eric, what you got?
Tell them to open their eyes, please.
Eric, what you got?
Commanders find a way. They win by 4.
Wow, that's a
I like
2-point
that.
version.
I like that.
All right, Big
That would
Steve.
be cool.
Big Steve.
Commanders 24-17.
Okay.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, so they win by a touchdown. All right. Well, I got the Commanders winning by a touchdown as well. I would say it's going to be 17-10. 17-10. And we won.
Props to you, man. Rasul, you called it the week before. You told us, like, be careful about the Saints, and sure enough, it came down to the end.
Yeah, bro, it was tough. It was tough. I lost all my hair.
We were going to thump them good, but
that freaking fourth quarter.
I lost.
Quarterback.
I lost all my hair in that process.
Oh, he can be sacked, you know.
I commanded by 7. I lost that one.
It is possible.
That's why we got to get ahead quick. So the rookie quarterback thing trying to be a hero.
That's what I'm talking about. Get to them quick. I want to thank Lou. I want to thank Alex. I want to thank Coach. I want to thank Eric and Big Steve for all coming in and contributing to the conversation of the DMV Sports Show, Sports Network. And also stay tuned for next week. We're going to do it all over again in the win or loss against the Eagles and more sports related questions from my panel and myself. I want to thank everybody. Have a great weekend. You're human first, everything second, and you're conquerors by definition to go conquer your dreams. Have a great weekend. God bless to each one whenever you and have a great Christmas and New Year. So be safe, everybody. God bless. I'm out. Peace.
God bless. Merry Christmas.
I want to thank to you guys for coming in and entertaining and have been entertained with me and the panel. So stay tuned next week. We're going to do all over again. God bless. Have a great weekend and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I'm out. Peace. Peace.